Hello, and welcome to Masterful Chats. I'm Rebecca. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, clarifying conversations designed to uplift, empower, inspire, and support you as you move forward on your spiritual path and in your life's journey. And today's chat is about giving yourself permission. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am an information synthesizer, a mystical scholar, and an intuitive. And I believe with my entire being and whole heart that each one of us is known by God and we are loved completely, totally, and beyond measure. Please stay till the end of the chat because I will be offering you a spiritual tip or tool to move through your days with more ease and grace and peace. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. And I'd like to say thank you to all my wonderful subscribers and welcome if you're viewing me for the very first time. So now let's chat about giving yourself permission. I'd like you to think back to the times in your life when another person suggested you did something or something came in to your realm and your immediate reaction, instantaneous reaction was, I can't do that. In a millisecond, we've made a decision that we can't. Can't implies that we are either completely unable or unwilling to do something. It really doesn't even imply a choice on our part. And one of the things in terms of living our best life and growing and thriving versus just surviving is giving ourselves permission. Permission, perhaps not always to choose and say yes, but permission to choose and not have a instant reaction that says, no, stop, not going to go there. If we can give ourselves permission to stand back and evaluate when those knee-jerk responses occur, you're going to find a gold mine within yourself regarding baggage, regarding family wallpaper, regarding things that maybe other people told you or taught you that you just assumed were always going to be the truth for you. And it was all done with the highest and greatest intentions. But if you find yourself instantly reacting, saying, I can't, once again, stop, stand back, take a breath, and say, where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? And do a scan of your body, find out what the emotion is that's going along with it, see what you're feeling. And then you might want to say to yourself, okay, what are the reasons? What is my logic, if there is any, to saying no to even exploring the opportunity? What is the logic? What is the background that is not even allowing me to stand back and make a choice, a responsive choice, not a reactive choice? If we can give ourselves permission to explore and to be curious, not only about ourselves and our world, then a lot of new potentials and avenues will open up for us. I think of people at different points in their lives where they just take a year off. Maybe they travel in Europe. Maybe they do a mode of study. But that is giving themselves permission to explore, to change things up, to give themselves something different than if they'd stayed doing exactly what they were doing that they wouldn't have experienced. I think of people mostly older people, for the most part, who've sold homes and buy RVs and travel around the country, or they go down to Mexico or to Canada. And they live in that type of environment, sometimes permanently, but sometimes just for several years. But what an adventure that is. Giving yourself permission to try a new food. There are foods when we're young that maybe we haven't cared for, but as we grow and change, the palate and how we taste foods changes. So there may be some things as children that are very, very different now, 20, 30, 40 years later, that we might really enjoy. Maybe not, but it's worth a try. Unless you've got a horrible allergic reaction to something, I think it's worth a try. By expanding and saying yes, we can open up new worlds for ourselves. We can bring new people into our lives, new experiences, just by giving ourselves permission. That is a huge, huge word. But it's actually more than a word. It's a vibration. Feel how expansive that is. Permission. Feel it in your body. I'm giving myself permission. And with permission comes the freedom for you to be truly, truly yourself. Permission means that you're going to take risks, calculated risks. You're going to try some new things. You may need to adapt some things that you hadn't adapted before. You may need to juggle your schedule. You may need to pull money from one account into the other. You may need to redo your budget. I'm not talking about abandoning your responsibilities and family and friends and, The permission is a beautiful thing. And there are lots of individuals in the world that don't give themselves permission. And there are ways of being in the world that don't allow for permission. Individuals are told what to think, how to feel, how to dress, what to eat, what their schedule will be, who they will marry, how many children they will have, what they will do for work. A lot of people live in a permissionless world. Rigid belief systems don't allow for exploration or permission to go outside of the rigid belief system. The energies are calling on for all of us to be more flexible and to be open and to adapt to the changes in the planet, to the changes in the culture, to the changes within ourselves. Permission allows for flexibility and for creativity. And because we are creator beings, because we are meant to expand and to thrive, permission allows us to do that. So next time you find yourself confronted with a person or a situation and your immediate response is, oh, I can't do that. Stand back. Ask yourself, really, where does that come from? Is it something that is completely, totally intrinsic to your way of being? And you just know that there is no way you would ever do that? Or is it a response, a knee-jerk response to a suggestion or something that perhaps you had just never considered? And you really don't know a lot about it. So give yourself permission to try something new, to do something new, to maybe be curious about something that you've always wanted to explore or to pursue. That's what we're here to do. We are creator beings. So live your best life. Love yourself. Give yourself permission to do the things that make you happy, to explore, and to expand. And now, as promised, I'd like to offer you a spiritual tip to move through your days with more ease and grace and peace. In terms of being creator beings, it's important to realize that we are always choosing with every thought, word, feeling, and action. And if you find yourself responding to a situation or a person and you're saying in your mind or out verbally, I can't, that implies that there is no choice with that situation. I would suggest that you reframe it, that you reframe your thoughts and your words, and you say to yourself, I can choose how I respond to this. If you really don't want to do something, you say, I am choosing not to do this. If you do want to do something, but you really can't see a way forward, then ask yourself, how can this be possible? How can I do this? Just one word, how can I do this? And then sit with yourself for a few moments and give it to the universe. And see if there are other people that you do need to ask for help or guidance or support to accomplish something. But always give yourself a choice. Always give yourself a choice. I'd like to thank you for being with me today for this Masterful Chat. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until we chat again, wherever you're at in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Blessings.